I think there's a lot been said recently about the death of the Sydney music scene with the closure of the Hope and other such venues. But I mean, for each venue that closes down, there's 3 warehouses that open up.
I have a major problem with the council and police taking up issue with warehouse spaces who are trying to put on something artistic because they don't offer an alternative. It would make sense if there was, ample opportunity to express yourself or have somewhere where you could do this kind of stuff around. I think people would be very happy to follow regulation, but there's just no opportunity. So I think they need to understand that, the music community or the artistic community are like beating down the door saying we need somewhere to do something, and so they either need to provide that or cut us a bit of slack.
The art scene, the music scene, it is in the doldrums at the moment, but we're hoping to kind of make something of it. So we wanted to start the art space where we would cover our rent with things like gigs, where we would charge, say, $10 on the door. Most of that would go to the bands, so we wanted to help the bands out as well, and then use the rest of the money to try and cover our rent and try and cover the artist costs. The rent in Sydney, as everyone knows, is ridiculous. It's completely... it's not really manageable.
Yeah.
For people like us, for artists, I mean, that's why you've got the problem of venues closing down, of art spaces charging huge rents. We want to have bands here because they're good bands and we believe in them. Not because they're a really big name band and they'll draw a big crowd.
Yeah.
We want to help.
If anything, we want a band that's never been heard of and try and get new people to come and see them.
Yeah. We're not doing it with council consent, so everything is underground. That's the thing with getting council consent and applying for grants. You have to kind of, to a certain extent, fit into a box. You have to be an art gallery that operates from
this time to this time. You can't do certain things to the structure.
Or you have to be, a licensed venue with a Pope license and a liquor license, and those things are all just really expensive. We can't afford them, and they just seem really unnecessary. I mean, we're trying to build something here that is, for the community.
The main music industry in Sydney is based upon friendship, and everyone's friends with one another, and so and this big group of friends is keeps building.
It's not really about the venue, it's about the people and getting something happening. I mean, we're not particularly attached to this venue as a place, we're attached to the idea of what we're doing
and what we can do here.
It's the only kind of place that a lot of bands can get a show now, because venues, there aren't that many around, so you have to be someone in order to get a gig.
Artists, they need to be able to focus on their work. They don't need to be, taking up extra shifts at their shitty minimum wage job that compromises their work, like their art practice or their music, and then having to pay huge amounts of money just to get their stuff out there. That's what we want to do.
Yeah.
We want to do all that kind of behind the scenes work, because it's something we believe in.
I hope spaces like this are the future of the music scene in Sydney, because it's like freedom.
It's kind of an idealistic idea in a way.
Completely.
Yeah.
We're all in this together, I guess, and I think that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to build some sort of community or anti-community within that and work together to kind of keep things going.